All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD StarCraft, and I'm here to bring you guys Game 2 from the Gigabyte Nvidia Invitational Grand Finals. It's time to see if Nerchio is going to be able to take out his opponent, Creator. He lost last game after trying to go for... What is going on here? He's not building... Oh god, he's going to 8-pool. Wow, okay. Well, last game Nerchio didn't really play a straight up match. I felt like he tried to go for a surprise Zergling attack after trying to block off the wall, obviously, with the drone. That didn't work out too well. Then he left after he was obviously quite pissed off about the Immortals. And now he's going to try to cheese his opponent with an 8-pool. Whoa. I am really shocked right now at Nerchio, man. I did not expect this from him, but... he's going to try to 8-pull Creator here, but Creator's already sending out a very early scouting probe. This is right after the pylon was built, and the probe is going to make its way into the main. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Most Protoss usually send their probes out right away, but in this situation, it's pretty funny because Creator's inside the base and he sees the spawning pool, and this is going to be pretty hard for Nerchio to pull off. You know, the scouting probe already makes its way inside. It sees the spawning pool coming up. Now all that Creator has to do is finish off the wall with the cannon. In fact, he could just cannon inside the main. He could put a pylon right here, cannon inside the main, treat this the same way that you would treat a 7-pool. Because it's so close to the 7-pool, he might even think this is a 7-pool. And we'll see what he does here. Is he going to cannon the front door, or is he going to cannon inside the main? And it looks like he's going to opt instead to finish off the wall of the front. So here comes Photon Cannon number 1. 6 Zerglings on the way right now. A drone and a queen to follow this up, so it's not going to be continued aggression. But Creator still has to worry very much about just 6 Zerglings. Going to build up a gateway now, and is that Zergling tight? I didn't think it was, and he replaced it over to the right. So now it should be Zergling proof as far as this goes, but I'm not too sure about this location right here. And Nerchio can just get right on inside. I don't know what he's taking his sweet time for. He should just go right behind the wall, and there it is. So Nerchio is inside the base. Oh, Creator says that there's a little bit of lag right here. Acer.Nerchio giving him a little sympathy. And Nerchio now, what is he going to do? Is he really going to show sympathy now? Is he going to show mercy when he's inside the base? This is his opportunity to take out a bunch of probes. And, you know, if I was him, man, I would just go for the kill here. He's got, I don't know what he's hesitating for. I don't know why he's worried about probes. Just a move and just macro back at home. But I guess he really wants to get cost efficient here. That's what I would do. You know, if I was in this situation, I would just a move my Zerglings in, take out as many probes as I can. But Nerchio here really wants to extrapolate maximum value out of these Zerglings. Sure, why not? He's also going to hatch behind in this at the same time, and only a really high-level Zerg who can multitask this well could be able to do this. And right now, trying to get as many probes as possible, even if he doesn't kill any probes. Look at what he's doing. He's pulling the probes off the mineral line, and that does not allow the Protoss to get economies. So this in of itself is still very damaging. But I would argue if Nerchio had just A-moved in there when there was less probes, when he had 6 Zerglings or 5 Zerglings or whatever it was, could he have done more damage instead of trying to micro here? He would have killed for sure 3 to 4 probes permanently instead of delaying mining time. I don't know. He's still got 4 Zerglings alive though, so it's a tough judgment call until these Zerglings die. But the Zerglings are still alive. He's running them inside. He sees the 2 gases coming up. They still do a pretty good job at scouting as well. But you know, I think Nerchio's still got to play the, oh crap, I'm not a base ahead of the Protoss game. And now he finally A-moves in a little bit, picks off a probe, it looks like. Workers killed right now at 3. Total income tab at 24 to 22. So I don't think Nerchio is as far ahead as he could have been if, you know, if you open up with a build like an 8-pull, the amount of economy you sacrifice, it's so large. You have to do a lot of damage with these Zerglings. You just killed off another probe, and that is certainly going to help. But I don't think he's as far ahead as he would like to be. He needs to grab another hatchery right now is what he needs to do. And he is going for it. He's saving up 300 minerals right now. No, he just dumped away 200 for more drones, so I guess he was trying to make up his mind, and the drone said, please let me be a hatchery, but Nerchio said, no, I need more drones, I need more of you. And so for now, it is going to be more drones, and sure, that helps too. I think Nerchio needs more. He's at 33 to 28 right now, trying to pick off another probe. He gets one! Very good micro by Nerchio, man. This is actually pretty impressive. he had to micro away from a Zealot for about 2 minutes. And of course, finally, when the Stalker comes in, you pretty much give up. But he kept those Zerglings alive for a really long time. I would have liked to see him make a dash for the natural to check for like the gases at the natural or anything funky going on over here. But it's still pretty early on in the game, and I guess he realized, well, I already saw the Stargate, and so I guess he knows exactly what's coming for him. He knows that it's going to be some type of air play. So now all Nerchio has to do is make plenty of queens, and really Stargate play, it can work against Zerg, but when a Zerg scouts it, when they know the Stargate is coming, it's really, really hard to pull off. So we'll see. I mean, there is a Phoenix on the way right now, no Void Ray production. Perhaps the Phoenix will just be used to annoy the Zerg a little bit. I don't think it'll be used in some type of grand, I'm going to kill you now scheme. And really, Phoenixes in small numbers, unless they're supported by a Void Ray, very hard to kill off a queen. And we'll see what happens. Nerchio here going up to Evolution Chamber so he can get his upgrades. Zerglings now chasing across the map, but they do not have speed quite yet. Just taking a couple of pot shots on that Zealot as he runs away. The Zealot is a little bit slower than Zerglings though, so even without speed, the Zerglings will eventually get the surround. Hatchery coming up at the 3 o'clock position, but a Phoenix is inbound right now, and it will fly over enemy Zerg airspace. Seeing that Hatchery coming up, we'll know immediately, okay, well, the Zerg is pretty far behind, you know? He's not as far ahead economically as you might think, or as the Protoss Creator.Prime might think, and now he's just going to solidify any edge he can get by killing off as many drones as possible. Killing off 2 right there. 2 to 5 right now. Is a worker kill tab. 3 Phoenixes inbound now. And Nerchio needs to be a little careful. When that Phoenix number gets to, I think, 4 or 5 or more, that's when they become a real threat to your drone line. You don't want to just let those Phoenixes fly around. So a Spore Crawler in every mineral field is really a good insurance policy to making sure that you don't lose too many drones. And those 4 Phoenixes still kind of flying around the map. Back inside the natural, Creator getting +1 weapons, moving out to secure a 3rd Nexus. Inside the base, adding on a bunch of gateways. Whoa, 6 gates total. We could see a timing push on our hands here from Creator if he doesn't get the Nexus at the 3rd. But if he gets the Nexus at the 3rd, then probably just a bunch of gateways for macro purposes. This Phoenix is coming in. Just coming in, doing a little bit of damage, but nothing too serious. Still 2 to 5 workers killed. No Nexus coming up at the 3rd location yet from Creator. So it is likely possible here that Creator is going to go for a 6-gate plus Blink Stalker plus 2 weapons timing push here. And if he does that, I don't know if Nerchio is going to be able to hold it off, man. He's just now starting off the Roach War, and Pathogen Glands is more than halfway done, so he's going to have 7 Infestors. And that is certainly going to help against any type of push. You can stall the push for so long with Chain Fungals. But you also need ground troops to support your army, and he's just now finishing up, well, he's going to finish up +1 melee, but not +1 carapace, so his upgrade's pretty far behind as well. And Blink is about to be finished right now. It is a 6-gate, 7-gate, excuse me, not counting the one in the front, and now he's going to bring probes out across the map, I'd imagine, to get pylons on the field. Yeah, there's a probe coming from the south side, escorted by the Stalkers, but what makes this 7-gate even more powerful than you might imagine is the fact that their Phoenix is added in as well. So even if there are Infestors on the field, Phoenixes are actually really good at flying in and picking off the Infestors. You can just go in there and intercept the Infestors so quickly, and here we go. Oh, he's going in. He's going to try to go for the Infestors. I would imagine there's one Infestor getting picked off, but a great fungal by Nerchio, who's now pulling all of his drones off the line. Creator is going to have to fight off against drones and Infestors here. I think he's still got some Phoenixes in the air. He does. 1 Phoenix left over, but once those Phoenix use all their energy to pick off Infestors, they're pretty much a useless unit. And now Creator microing back. I guess Nerchio has been able to hold, and perhaps it's because there's no Immortals here, you know? Remember, Nerchio did say Immortal is the most OP unit ever created, and Creator, I guess, trying to show that he doesn't need to use Immortals to win, but that last attack not going as well as you might imagine. And now Nerchio has to worry about the 3rd hatchery, and Creator's going to attack this location. Will he be able to take out this hatch? This is a big focal point right here. Zerg cannot afford to lose a hatchery. He doesn't have enough forces to deal with this many Blink Stalkers, plus 2 weapons on these Stalkers as well, and the hatchery will most certainly fall. And there it goes. Creator gets a snipe off on the hatchery, and now Nerchio has just found himself in a very deep hole without that extra base to macro off of. He's going to be relying only on 2 bases, and you know, I don't know if he's going to have enough in the tank to deal with this many Blink Stalkers. They are +2 weapon enabled. Fungal Growth comes out. What a great fungal, but is it enough? A secondary fungal to chain him down, but now the Stalkers blink forward. That was a bit of an over-aggressive blink, I think, but maybe Nerchio, maybe Creator.Prime has enough in the bank to not really care about losing Stalkers here. He's just going to continue to reinforce from his forward pylons. And another really good fungal. And Nerchio holds on here. Has to pull Queens off the line as well. We might see the epic pull of drones. And 1 unit to rule them all. Alright. Well, it's either all Stalkers or all Immortals. But I think Nerchio kind of saying this in good fun. And, you know, there's a smiley face at the end. And, you know, Creator taking another solid victory in the second game. I really don't know about the 8 pool, man. I mean, I know a lot of Zergs, that's like the one fundamental cheese you think of when you play ZV anything. It's like, oh, the best cheese of all time is like a 7 or 8 pool. But actually, it really isn't, I don't think. I think the best type of cheese, if you're going to pull it off, is something like a Roach Baneling all-in or a Roach Zergling all-in. When you fake out going macro, but then you surprise them, because the problem with 8 pool and 7 pool or any pool under 10 supply is an enemy player almost always gets their scouting worker inside your base to scout that out, especially on a one-on-one map like Daybreak. So I think it's really hard to pull off, and Creator really sniffed that out pretty well. Even then, actually, Nerchio still got inside the main base with Zerglings. He just didn't really do as much damage as we had thought he would. But regardless, it is now 2-0, and I guess Koreans here about to rule once again. We'll have to find out what happens in Game 3. This is HD signing out. Can't wait to see what happens. See you guys in the next video.